Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. My name is Tom, and this is episode number 83. In today's episode, we are going to be automating carrier rockets and the launcher. So with that said, guys, let's get started with episode number 83. Okay, so we are going to resume the research for the Dyson Sphere Stress System Level 2. I'm still not sure what this is all about, but apparently there are several levels that we need to unlock. So I'm going to continue research on Level 2. We are here at Merrick 4, and I want to begin to automate the launch silo and a very small build of the carrier rockets so that we can begin to store those and come back to them later, and hopefully we'll have a bunch of them to begin launching into the space and creating our Dyson's sphere. So I want to find a place where I can automate the carrier rockets, and we are automating these Dyson Sphere components, but we are struggling to automate the processor here. So let's go take a look at the processor and see what's going on. And I am going to go over in this direction, and let's take a look. Okay, so we are not getting enough circuit boards, and our circuit boards are right here, and our build is just not big enough for the processors. So I think what we need to do is we need to call in some processors or some circuit boards. So I'm going to head over to the South Pole and see if I can call in those circuit boards through the ILS. And I think I will say this is the circuit boards, and I want, I don't know, let's do like 3,000. I'll hit a remote demand. So we don't have it in the ILS, unfortunately. So we probably going to have to go warp to Selenio to get that into the system. But do I really want to do that? The reason why I say that is because we could automate the processors on Selenio, and then we could ship them back here. So I think that's probably the best idea. So before we do that, since we're here, we're going to set up the carrier rockets and the silo. We'll do those two builds, and then we'll head over to Selenio, and we can automate some processors. So what I'm going to do is take a look at what we need for the carrier rockets. So it's 3 components. We are automating all those, and I am going to do a blueprint here. I'm going to do the logistic distributor mall, and I'm going to say a 3-to-1. And before I do that, actually, I want to place down a Tesla tower here. And I'm going to place down a few assembly machines here. And I think I want to automate 4 of these. So it's going to be something like this. And then what I can do is do Control V and a 3-to-1. And then I can plop that down like that. And then I need to upgrade the assembly machine here. All right, great. And then I will copy and paste that over. And I will stick a Tesla tower in here. And then what I can do is extend these belts like this. Okay. And extend the belts like that. The sorters will go down, and then I could just paste. Actually, I should have done it to this one like this. And I need to delete the sorter. Huh. Okay. I can't copy and paste that over. No problem. We'll just do it manually like this. Okay. Excellent. And then all we need to do is we can change this to be a splitter and a storage box. And then we could go in with the carrier rockets, and then I can say LD here, set this to carrier rocket. All right, and we're going to distribute that to the logistic distributor mall. We already have a demand on this in the mall, and so we don't need to set that up. Okay, and that is looking good. We have 4 assembly machines producing carrier rockets, and we probably want a bunch of these. So how about we just store this all in boxes and in the ILS as well. And then as we continue through the episodes, this will begin to stockpile. And then once we get to the Dyson sphere, we're going to have a bunch of rockets that we could launch. And then we could think about doing a really massive build of carrier rockets. We'll see. We'll see. We'll tackle that once we get further down in the episodes. So I am going to call in the deuterium fuel rod. Okay, and it looks like we have 1 route available, which is good. We need to call in the quantum chips, right? Yes. We will request those. And we need to request the Dyson sphere components. All right. It looks like we don't have a logistic distributor set up for this because it's saying 0 available routes. So we'll go and do that. It's saying we have 1 available route, but we're getting 0 requests here. So we'll take a look at that, and yeah, let's see what that is all about. So I'm going to head over here. Maybe this was the wrong direction. We are barely producing the proliferator. Okay, those are the hydrogen fuel rods. This is the titanium glass, the plane filters, so it's definitely on the other pole. All right, so we have unlocked Dyson Sphere Stress System Level 2. Let's see if there's another level. There is level 3. Let's activate that. And all right, so we we are trying to look for yeah, we're trying to look for, okay, here it is. So yeah, we need to get processes over here. So I am going to place down a splitter here, here, and here. And so I'm going to come out with the Dyson Sphere component and then distribute those to the other splitters like that. And I will set a box, and then I'm going to say a limit of 1, and then copy, paste, paste. I will put a LD on top of here. I'll say distribute, please. And then copy, paste, and paste, just like that. All right, so that component is finished. So we're looking at the deuterium fuel rods, and why are we not distributing these? That's why we need to set the indicator. So now we are distributing those. I am actually going to copy this, paste, paste. Okay. And now we can pull from 3 of these boxes. Okay. That looks excellent. And how many? Okay, yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty. We're gonna have to do a very massive build of the deuterium fuel rods because those are part of automating the carrier rockets. All right. All right, let's go over to the carrier rockets here and see what we got. Okay, so we are looking to get some of these over here. So hopefully they're bringing over the deuterium fuel rods. And here they come, guys. We are officially automating carrier rockets 75 hours into this playthrough, and we are doing it, guys, one step closer to a Dyson sphere. This is super exciting. I say I plop down some of these in here to get this rolling. Well, that got eaten up pretty quickly. Okay. Great. And so I think we can automate the launcher. So let's take a look at the launcher. And that's under buildings and the vertical launch silo. So it's taking 4 products. No problem. We can do that. I will head to the blueprints and I want to do a 4-to-1. But before I do that, I got to place down my Tesla tower for space and reasons. And let's go back to the blueprint mode and do a 4-to-1 build. There it is, guys. All right, and I'm going to say this is going to be the vertical launch silo. Sweet. All right. And so now we can call in some of these products. And we have 0 available routes, so we'll have to set that up. We need the quantum chips, so we'll request those. We need the frame material, we'll request those. And we need titanium alloy, no problem. We got those. Request, thank you. And a Tesla tower down. And there we have it, guys. And we should be automating carrier rockets very shortly. I hope we are producing the lenses. Let's go take a look at that and see what's going on. I think we need to go maybe on this side of the planets. And we are producing them, but where? Here they are. Okay, so we got a little bit here. We just don't have the strange matter. So what I am going to do is, why aren't we proliferating this? That's interesting. I mean, we should probably proliferate that. What a silly mistake. Okay. And let's call in the MK3 proliferator. I'll say request. Okay, and then it is set to a limit, which is good. And then we'll go in with the proliferator so that this can, so that the lens can be proliferated. Okay. And then what we can do is we can upgrade these. And then the next thing is to add some splitters. Okay. And a box will go down. Paste, paste. Okay, and then this is going to be the graviton lens, and we can just distribute that. Okay. And then we can come out with them like that. And then we could paste and paste. And let's set down some power here. Okay, excellent. And so we have that all set. And so we should be automating the carrier launch silos, or the launch silo, excuse me, not the carrier rockets. And do we have the carrier or the launch silo in our ILS? Let's take a look. We have the carrier rockets starting to pile up already. We do, right here. Excellent. And do we have a request? We do. Excellent. Okay, so let's take a look at the launch silos and see if we're producing them now. Yes, we are. We are slowly producing. Let's set a filter for this. There we go. And wow, 3 minutes? Holy moly, let's get that a production speed up. Excellent. Well, our frame material is not being proliferated. Let's see, let's take a look at the frame materials, see what's going on with that and why we're not proliferating that. I know we're not producing enough proliferator MK3 because we are short on some components. Aha, look at that. Yeah, we are not proliferating the frame materials. That is super silly. So what I'm going to do is delete those, and I will put a spray coater here, and I will copy from over here. Like that. All right, so the frame material will be proliferated very shortly. And then I can place these materials and components back into the PLS. And yeah, there we have it. Excellent. And so I think we can start automating processors. I would like to do that. I still think, yeah, we're gonna have to automate processors. So we are going to head over to Selenio, right? Selenio. Or is it Elocrab? I think it's actually Elocrab. I feel like it's Elocrab that has all our smelting. So let's head over to Elocrab and begin automating processors. We also have to automate solar sails, and I want to automate 120 of those a second. All right, we are approaching our planets. Okay, here we are. And we're at Elocrab 1. Perfect. And I think it's time to automate processors. So let's take a look at, you know what, the handy dandy Factorio lab here. And we want to automate some processors. All right, and what if we get 2 belts of processors? So that's 30 assembly machines on each side. That's 20. That's 4 belts of the circuit boards. Let's see how much that. So that, yeah, 4 belts in the processors of the circuit boards, and we need 80 microcrystalline. Okay, so I think we need to start with the microcrystalline components, and it's saying we need 7,200 a minute. so if I hit the microcrystalline and I switch this to items a minute and this to seconds, I can then say I want 7,200. Or is that, did I totally read that wrong? Oh, this is at a minute. Okay, so if we do a minute, holy crap. Okay, like that. All right, so we would need 8 belts of the silicon. Wow, okay. And we would need 4 belts of the copper ingots. 4 belts, okay. All right, so let's start with the microcrystalline components. We're going to have to stack this with the automatic piler. 8 belts. Okay, so 8 belts. I think that should get me a good start here. So I am wanting to automate these, I would say, probably on this side over here. So how about I place down a PLS here? And so that means that I would need a total of 8 belts for the high purity silicon. And we don't have enough slots to pull from. Dang it. Maybe I need to reduce this down to 4 belts. I think that's what I'm going to do. If I say 1 belt, then that's 2 full belts. Okay. Yeah, I want to do 40 instead of 80. And so all I need is 4 belts instead of 8. Okay. So let's do this build. I am going to, let me take a look at that 1 second. So 2 belts, excellent. I will go in like this with the microcrystalline components. And then I can say a spray coater down like this. And then I need to place down a splitter for that. And this is going to be the proliferator MK3. I'll paste that there, and we will say this is the spray or the proliferator, and then we can belt that in. Like that. Okay, and I can place down my assembly machine like this. And this is going to be the microcrystalline components. Excellent. Copy and paste. All right, and so we need 4 belts of the high purity silicon. So I'm going to place down my automatic pilers like this. All right, and I can come out. Let's set the materials here. So this is going to be the high purity silicon and the copper ingots, which is going to produce the silicon or the microcrystalline component. I will come out like this. Okay. And then I will bring the belt out, and then of course I gotta combine these. Okay, so there's 2 belts, and let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Excellent, and I can bring the belt out like that. All right, that is 4 full belts of the high purity silicon. And so we need 2 belts of the copper ingots. So I will come out with the copper ingots like this. Like that. And I'll do the same thing on this side. Okay. And so we can go in and then out. In and out. Okay. And let's take a look at that. That is 40. So we need to, because we have two. Yeah, no, this should work. Okay. Perfect. And so let's hit Control C and copy this. We'll do Control V. All right. And so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, and then we need to add 2 more. Didn't set the production speed up, of course. Okay. Excellent. And production speed up. And how many we got here? That's 16. So let's keep going. Control C, Control V, and then... And so that's 18, 19, and 20. That should give me a total of 40. All right, that is 40. Excellent. And so I can trim these belts back. Like that. And then we can place down our Tesla towers. Okay, and let's request the proliferator right away. All right, and now we can place down our Tesla towers in this array. Excellent. All right, guys. That's the build. So now we can call in our material. Okay. And so I'm going to say 2000 and 2000. Demand and demand. It looks like we need to call in the high purity silicon. No problem. We can do that. Oh, wow. Look at all these belts here. Let's clear that out. Okay. And I say... Ooh, what's this? Oh, wow. Let's get this. Perfect. You know, little surprises here and there. Okay, let's go up here. And I am going to call in some high purity silicon. That looks like it's the center here. Okay, and let's charge this bad boy up. And then I can add in these guys. And, you know, put some of you in there as well. And let's request some of these space warpers. And then now we can request the high purity silicon by hitting a remote demand. Holy crap. That filled quickly. Okay. And so now we're getting the high purity silicon in the system, guys. Excellent. And that is going to come over here to produce these wonderful silicon, or the microcrystalline. So let's bring up this Dyson sphere calculator, and we need 80 of these. Okay, so we need to do another array of the microcrystalline components. So let's do that. And so I'm going to hit Control C. Well, let's see how this works before we do anything. Come on, guys, hurry up. How long is it taking you guys? Okay, here they come. Okay, and so in they come. That is going to feed the microcrystalline components, and now we are automating them. Excellent. All right. It works. It works, and looks like we need to request more of this. Okay, excellent. And so since it works, I am going to duplicate this, Control V, and then paste down another array of this. And so that is going to give me 7,200 microcrystalline a minute. If we do seconds, so that's 120 a second. Holy crap. Okay. Excellent. And yeah, we can always expand this build in the future. Okay, there it is, guys. We are automating 120 microcrystallines a second. And that is looking really good. So I think we can begin. I think, yeah, I think I want this to be 100%. This will all back up eventually. Once this fills up, which it is almost filled up. All right, and so now we need to automate the processors. And we're going to be automating 60 processors a second. Okay, no problem, no problem. So that's 2. So that's 4 for 2 on each side. Oh, that's super easy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cross this grid line and begin right here. Okay, and this is going to be processors. And so we need circuit boards, and we need the microcrystalline components. We could set a limit to 2,500. Okay, and we are already full here. Excellent. We might need to set up another ILS for the high purity silicon. We shall see. But let's finish up with the processors here. So I need 2 belts of each. Well, what we can do is use the automatic pilers for this. Again, so I am going to place down my spray coaters. Okay. And then I'm also going to place down my splitter. Okay. Excellent. And that is going into the spray coaters. And so what I'm going to do is trim that tower back. And so now I can place down my assembly machine. And this time I'm going to change this to production speed up like that. And then I can copy that setting over and paste it. Perfect. Okay. And so if we take a look at this recipe, we need, let's take a look and make sure. So that's 4 and that is 4. Okay. So I will place a automatic piler right here. Okay. And so what's going to happen is this is going to come out with the circuit boards. All right. Just like that. And then I can copy this and paste it on this side as well. Like that. Out with the circuit boards. And then combine these two belts. Okay. So there's 4 belts of the circuit boards. And so now we need to do 4 belts of the microcrystalline components. That's super easy. We can just do something like this. So out with the microcrystalline component. Okay. We combined these 2 belts. And there you go. There's 2 full belts of microcrystalline components condensed down to 1 belt double stacked. Okay. And we could do the same thing on this side. Okay. And so out with the microcrystalline components. And into the automatic piler. And that's the build. That's the build. And so now we can place our sorters. So, oops. So we'll go in and in. In and in. Excellent. And then we need 30 on each side. 30 on each side. Okay. So let's do that. So Control C. And Control V. All right, we need to adjust the output belts to be a bit longer here. Control C, copy this. Control V. And then we need to use Tab to connect the belts like that. And so we're looking for, did I say 60, guys? I can't even remember. Okay, well, let's start with 30 on each side. I think it's 60. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6. Okay. Whoa, what's going on? There's something wrong here. It collided with something, but what did it collide with? Oh, right here. What happened? It's so dark I can't tell what direction this belt is going. Guys, it's so dark I can't tell what direction it's going. I think it's going in the right direction. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, so we need 60 of these. This is 16. Okay. So Control C. Control V. That's a little too close. There we go. Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20, and then we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, I see what's going on. It's the belt in the center here. I don't fully understand why it's colliding. But I'm sure one of the viewers will let me know what I'm doing wrong. They're pretty good at doing that. All right. Excellent. And so we could trim back the belts like that. Okay. And so we can request these components, but we need to give this some power, right? So one here. Oh, come on. You're gonna let me stick that there. We'll do something like that then. Fine. All right. And so let's demand this in here. Okay, and then let's continue to give this some power. Out of items. Shut your mouth. We got plenty of them. All right, so down with the Tesla towers. Excellent. Okay. And then there we have it, guys. We are automating processors, and if we ever need more processors, we can expand this even further, guys. So this is looking excellent. Great. And so we need to get this into the ILS to be shipped across different star systems if needed. Looking pretty good, guys. Looking pretty good. Let's head over here and... yeah, these are already full. This isn't... okay, that one is... that one is... okay, here we go. So I actually want to do a separate ILS over here. Do we have another one in here? Oh man, we only got 3 left. Oof. We got to keep an eye on that. So I will place this guy right here. Okay. And some power. Let's give this some drones and the vessels. Let's set this to be space warpers. Local demand. Okay. And then what I want to do is say these are going to be like our components that we can put in here. So I'm going to do a local demand. That's going to fill up, and we can ship that back to Merrick Ford to help produce and automate advanced components. Man, everything is looking wonderful, guys. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, look at this factory. It's a factory of assembly machines. We are looking good on power, guys. Oh my goodness. All this hard work is paying off. It's paying off. We're getting a full belt here. That looks good. We're struggling over here. And that's because this belt here. Okay. Thank God I found this. Okay, let's connect that belt. All right, and so now we got 2 full belts of the processors. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. Oh, great. And so we are now automating 60 processors every second, guys. Oh yeah, excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, that is episode number 83. What did we do in this episode? Well, we started automating our carrier rockets, a very small build of them. We are also automating our launcher to launch those carrier rockets, and we are automating 60 processors every second, and now we can use that to ship back to probably Merrick Ford to help produce our matrices and other components, guys. Again, thank you for joining me in episode number 83. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in episode number 84. You guys have a wonderful weekend there. Take care, and goodbye.